Good morning. This is the next in my little series of conversations with friends and textile artists. And today I would like to welcome Fiona Wilson. Hello.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. I am doing this little series so that I can keep myself sane and have a chat with my buddies, basically, and find out a little bit of info about how you're keeping yourself busy at the moment in these strange times. So what are you up to?
I suppose at the moment I'm quite busy developing new work. It's a great time, it's a great opportunity. I'm spending a lot more time in my studio than I normally would. I'm really fortunate that it's at my house, so I don't have to go anywhere. And although I would normally spend quite a bit of time in my studio, I'm spending even more time in my studio at the moment, as I'm sure a lot of people are. And I find creating new work is a good way to keep myself occupied. So that's what I'm up to currently.
Have you got any sneak peeks for us of new?
I have got a few sneak peeks for you. I've been screen printing, and I've had a little bit of a challenge because at the moment I can't expose new screens because that facility isn't in my home studio. So I've been working a lot with stencils instead at the moment, which has been quite nice because it's made a kind of, we have to think a little bit outside of the box in the way that I get images down onto paper through screen printing. So these are some little stencils that I cut out this week, which you can see here. And I've just created a new little screen print of this little guy. He's going to be called the Walrus. You can probably guess why with that moustache. And it kind of ties in quite nicely with my work because I tend to work with quite simple shapes and silhouettes anyway. But what it has kind of encouraged me to do is, if you can see a little bit closer, is add some kind of drawn details on as well. So his little rosy cheeks and his eyes kind of been hand drawn on. So it's a nice combination at the moment of screen printing and bringing my kind of hand drawing element back into it. So I'm excited about pushing that a little bit further currently. So yeah, screen printing is good for me, and playing with colour is really nice at the moment because I work with a lot of bright colours that are happy, and I think that really helps my mood and my frame of mind. So probably things are going to get brighter and brighter as we carry on into this lockdown.
Yeah, you have kept a very, how would I say, jolly persona on social media. Sometimes go dancing first thing in the morning to get yourself going.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I always like music. I've always liked dancing, as you probably know. and I just find sometimes on some mornings, like anything, with the best will in the world, not always feeling it. So I think getting a bit of music on, getting a bit of, jiggling around just helps me to get going. And a lot of people got in touch and said, "Oh, I really love watching your disco in the morning, it makes me laugh." So we keep trying to keep up to it, but yeah, some days I give myself a bit of a break.
Yeah, days are a bit more challenging than others, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say has been, if you could suggest that there is a silver lining to all of this, always wanting to see the positive in a situation, what would be your silver lining?
I suppose it is the time. It's the time and space to think. And I know that's not always easy for everybody. I think initially it did take me a bit of time to get back into a creative mindset because you're so busy dealing with this situation and trying to get your head around what's happening that was kind of quite all absorbing. But now I suppose there is that kind of time to develop something new. And one of the things that I decided to get involved in, and there's lots of things, and I know you've been doing things like this as well, is sort of some of that kind of community spirit idea of a project. So I took part in a project called One of Many postcard that John Pedder's doing online. He's done it for a few years, and the idea is that you make so many postcards and people can say, yeah, I'd like one of those. You send it out to them in the post for free, and then whatever they decide it's worth, they donate to a charity of their choice.
Right.
So I decided to take part in that this year, just to kind of do something, to give something back, to raise a bit of money for whatever charity anybody wanted to give to. And I really enjoyed it. And actually that's what got me started doing the screen printing stencils again.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's that freedom of making something just because you can, not because you're doing it for any other reason other than just for a bit of fun, really.
Yeah.
Can kickstart something again.
That's really interesting. Yeah. I mean, as you know, I love the idea of community work, and we've got the virtual quilt going. You need to make a piece.
I'm terrible at log cabin.
Doesn't matter.
It's that measuring stuff.
Doesn't matter. No one wants to be checking.
You can have a wonky one.
Yeah, that'll be all right. I'll let you put a wonky one in. Listen, what are you looking forward to after all this is over?
Oh, I suppose seeing people in real life, not through a screen. So many things have had to be cancelled or postponed, you know, either fairs that I'm going to or workshops that I'm running, open studio events where you'd normally kind of meet, you know, your fellow makers or people who enjoy your work for whatever reason. That's what I'm really looking forward to getting back to, is having that connection with people in real life, and hugs. I'm missing hugs.
Yeah.
So,
Fiona, thanks very much for having a chat this morning.
No, lovely to talk to you.
Take care. Right then, and put it on record. And then I'm going to change the gallery view. Okay, so we're side by side. You look nice and warm colours. All my colours are really cold.
I love a bit of red, you know, a bit of red or a bit of orange, happy days. But I do like a lot of green as well. I nearly put my green jumper on, that would have been hilarious.
I did wonder, actually, when we think.
Could have been coordinated.
Yeah, that would have been quite funny, and I'd have kept that.
Yeah. Two artists colour coordinated.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to start.